In a world of superheroes and supervillains, Fudo Aikawa, also known as Red Gelato, is the team leader of the superhero team Freezing Sentai Gelato 5. But although he is a superhero, he is actually dating the supervillain Desumi Magahara, and the two of them enjoy a date together while his teammates are busy battling her minions. When Blue Gelato discovers them, Fudo and Desumi immediately break into combat. After Blue departs, the couple resumes their romantic evening. Fudo reflects on how their relationship began. A week earlier, the Gelato 5 team, comprising Fudo, Haru Arisugawa, Hayato Ojino, Misaki Jinguji, and Daigo Todoroki, learned about a new antagonist known as the Reaper Princess, a member of the nefarious secret society Gecko. They subsequently defeated Gecko operative Culverin Bear and his forces. During that battle, Fudo encountered Desumi alone and was immediately captivated by her. Back at their base, Fudo confided in Professor Big Gelato about his feelings, receiving encouragement to express them promptly. Acting on this advice, Fudo arranged a meeting with Desumi at an abandoned warehouse. Initially suspicious, Desumi attacked him, but her doubts were dispelled when she saw how genuine Fudo was. In the present, they vow to keep their relationship a secret as they are compelled to fight once more when Yellow arrives. Members of the secret society Gecko, including Desumi, engage in a battle with the Gelato 5 at a shipyard. During the skirmish, Desumi and Fudo take a brief respite to capture a photo together. When Yellow arrives on the scene, Desumi pretends to be defeated. While lying on the ground, she overhears Fudo being interviewed by a news crew about his romantic life. After Yellow and the news crew depart, Desumi asks Fudo to take her on a genuine date. As Fudo nervously searches for date ideas, a tipsy Jinguji shows up and advises him to plan something enjoyable for both of them. The following day, Fudo takes Desumi to a gym. After Desumi steps away, Jinguji calls Fudo, telling him to ignore his previous drunken advice. Upset, Fudo believes he has let Desumi down and sets out to find her. When they meet again, Desumi reassures him that she is content simply being with him. Overjoyed, they almost share a kiss before they are summoned back to their duties. Later, Helko, Desumi's cat, reflects on how lonely Desumi was before her relationship with Fudo. Although Helko acknowledges Fudo's role in Desumi's newfound happiness, she vows to hold him accountable if he causes her any harm. After weeks of Gecko's silence, Fudo feels a deep longing for Desumi. Determined to see her, he undertakes a high-risk mission to infiltrate Gecko's headquarters, causing Big Gelato and Jinguji to worry about his safety. Meanwhile, feeling similarly isolated, Desumi finds Fudo hiding in a ventilation shaft within the base, and cheerfully spends time playing card games with him. Their time together is interrupted when Culverin Bear nearly discovers them, forcing them to conceal themselves in a cramped locker. During this awkward situation, Fudo inadvertently causes Desumi discomfort, leading her to punch him out of the locker in embarrassment. As a result, Fudo crashes into Culverin Bear, inadvertently triggering Culverin's new weapons. The resulting explosions devastate the base, leading Jinguji and Big Gelato to assume Fudo has completed his mission successfully. The following day, Gecko's supreme leader Bossler convenes with Desumi and other villains, unveiling their scheme to harness people's negative emotions and transform them into monsters. Desumi suggests attacking an amusement park as a strategic target, and arranges to meet Fudo there. Amidst the ensuing battle between the Gelato 5 and Gecko's forces, Fudo and Desumi enjoy each other's company on various amusement park rides. As the Gelato 5 depart, Arisugawa discovers a photo of a roller coaster ride, where Fudo is seen beside a girl, sparking curiosity. Outside of their heroic roles, Desumi and Fudo lead normal student lives. Desumi spots Fudo and Arisugawa in a cafe and quickly leaves, feeling distressed. Arisugawa had intended to discuss the photo, but becomes convinced that Fudo is not romantically involved with anyone. Soon after, they are called into action, where Desumi and Fudo engage in a heated battle. Pulling him aside, Desumi confesses that, although she understands he wasn't being unfaithful, she still felt envious. Fudo reassures her of his commitment. Their conversation is overheard by Arisugawa, who reveals she caught the entire exchange. The following day, Arisugawa surprises Fudo by informing the Gelato 5 about their upcoming school exams. That evening, she challenges Desumi to a fight but is swiftly defeated. When Arisugawa wakes up in Desumi's lap, she asks why she didn't expose their secret. Arisugawa explains that she joined the Gelato 5 because of her love for Fudo, and was inspired by Desumi, who once stood up for her against bullies. Because of her deep affection for both, she didn't want to disrupt their happiness. They share a heartfelt embrace, and as they walk back, Arisugawa playfully warns Desumi that she might claim Fudo for herself if she's not careful. After a meeting with Bossler, the villain Steel Princess confides in Desumi that, despite her rough exterior, she has fallen in love. Desumi agrees to assist and, with the hesitant Beast Princess, tries to teach Steel about femininity. However, their efforts backfire, leaving Steel even more insecure. Desumi shares the situation with Fudo, who suggests that she should help Steel learn to embrace herself as she is. Desumi and Beast enter Steel's dressing room, where, after avoiding Steel's frustrated attacks, Desumi encourages Steel to be true to herself and accept her feelings. Tearfully, Steel removes her armor and finds the courage to confess her emotions to Culver and Bear. Later, Arisugawa helps keep Desumi and Fudo hidden during a battle against Gecko. Once Arisugawa departs, Desumi tries to serve lunch to Fudo, but he suddenly suffers from appendicitis. At the hospital, Desumi visits Fudo and successfully feeds him, bringing him much joy. Just as they are about to share a kiss, Fudo's mother arrives and takes Desumi away to a volleyball match. After the game, Fudo's mother shows Desumi his baby pictures and asks her to look after him. Vossler announces that Desumi has been selected for a promotion, which involves a transformation into a gorilla hybrid. Despite receiving encouragement from others, Desumi is uncertain about going through with it. That night, she receives a call from her family, with her father expressing how proud they are of her advancement. Her usually reserved younger sister, Irami, confides that she looks up to Desumi as a role model and hopes to join Gecko one day. Desumi then meets with Fudo, who advises her to follow her heart. The next day, Desumi declines the promotion, much to Vossler's satisfaction. Later, Gecko visits the beach after Fudo mentioned that they would be testing a new robot there. The Gelato 5 Seconds new submarine arrives for its trial run, and Desumi meets up with Fudo. Beast, hiding behind a rock, mistakenly interprets their activities as forms of torture. That evening, Desumi joins the Gelato 5 for dinner. Jingyuji expresses his gratitude to Desumi for making Fudo a better person. They enjoy watching the fireworks and playing with sparklers, while Beast erroneously attributes an explosion, accidentally caused by Big Gelato, to Desumi. On the train ride home, Daigo scrutinizes a photograph of Desumi and Fudo. Daigo collapses upon hearing Desumi's name. When questioned, Daigo recounts their history. 10 years ago, Daigo was a student at a karate school when Desumi arrived, revealing her extraordinary strength. Eventually, Daigo's master shut down the academy after being defeated by Desumi. Daigo then offered to train her, but despite Desumi's respect for him, he had to push himself hard just to survive. After Desumi reached maturity, Daigo challenged her to a final match. Following her victory, he departed from her life. In the present, Daigo expresses his wish to recruit Desumi into the Gelato 5. During an outing, Fudo introduces Desumi to Daigo. Although delighted to see Daigo again, Desumi turns down his offer. Observing Desumi's affection for Fudo, Daigo concludes that love has made her weak and challenges her once more. He stipulates that if he wins, Desumi must leave Fudo and join the Gelato 5, prompting Desumi to defeat him effortlessly. As they head home, Desumi feels uneasy that the Gelato 5 is already aware of their relationship, and advises Fudo to stay vigilant. Meanwhile, an enigmatic girl captures their interaction on camera. Fudo receives a photo of himself with Desumi. Meanwhile, at school, Desumi is taunted by a girl named Hojo. That evening, Fudo meets the enigmatic sender of the photo, who turns out to be Hojo. She threatens to blackmail him into ending his relationship with Desumi. Hojo then tries to have him kiss her hand, but flees in embarrassment. When Desumi learns about the situation, she concludes that Hojo must have feelings for Fudo. The next day, Fudo gently declines Hojo's advances, only for Hojo to reveal that she actually harbors feelings for Desumi. She recounts their initial encounter, and Fudo praises her for her admirable taste. Hojo departs, and it's revealed that she is, in fact, the Masked Princess. Later, Fudo agrees to tutor Arisugawa, with Desumi accompanying them. They study in Desumi's room, but their unconventional methods only serve to confuse her further. After Arisugawa leaves, Fudo shares with Desumi his intention to become a teacher. Desumi expresses her eagerness to study alongside him, wanting to support him on his journey. Their conversation is interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Desumi's father. Desumi's father, a former Gecko operative, reprimands her for turning down the promotion. When Fudo steps in to defend her, Irami intervenes, silencing him. Desumi's father insists that she must commit to Gecko after completing high school, but Fudo argues that she wishes to attend university. Fudo earns Desumi's father's approval by praising his own defeat as spectacular. The father agrees to delay the decision on her future and departs. Later, Irami reflects on the moment she began admiring Desumi. During a tour of Gecko headquarters with Desumi, Irami feels disheartened by how friendly Desumi is with her colleagues. While out shopping, a disillusioned Irami walks away from Desumi. In a quiet corner, she reminisces about how her family always spoke of Desumi's achievements as a Gecko member when she was young, and how she emerged from her room upon hearing of Desumi's promotion, hoping to follow in her footsteps. Back in the present, Irami is confronted by some thugs, but Desumi intervenes and handles the situation. Desumi advises Irami to seek love, explaining that it is essential for personal growth. Irami comes to accept Desumi's current path, though she remains wary of Fudo. Desumi updates Fudo about her high school's cultural festival, highlighting an event called the Kokite Moon. It's believed that couples who have their picture taken at the Kokite Moon will be together for life. They decide to attend the festival together. When Fudo arrives at the festival, he is quickly recognized and surrounded by students while carrying a Gino on his shoulders. Meanwhile, Desumi is persistently pestered by Hojo, while Beast patrols the school grounds. Desumi and Fudo manage to meet up in a haunted house, but their time together is soon interrupted by Beast. When the Kokite Moon is finally revealed, Desumi and Fudo hurry to its location. Desumi manages to fend off Hojo by setting her up to battle the Blood Princess. She then reconnects with Fudo, who has been left alone as Agino chases Beast. With only 5 minutes remaining, their hope begins to fade. However, they notice that Steel was deceived by a student dressed like Culver and Bear. They quickly change into their respective outfits, and the crowd mistakes them for cosplayers. They successfully get their photo taken, vowing to ensure their relationship will be embraced by everyone. The reserved Judgment Princess typically avoids social interactions. To coax her into participating, Desumi tricks her into attending a sleepover with the other princesses in her room. They enjoy takoyaki, watch movies, and have fun together. The conversation turns to romance, and Judgment asks about the nature of love. She playfully teases Desumi upon sensing her feelings of affection. That night, Desumi thanks Judgment for joining them, and Judgment admits she had a pleasant time. Later, Desumi and Fudo spend time together in a snowy retreat, where Fudo mentions a book signing event for his latest publication. Unfortunately, Desumi catches a cold and is looked after by the Blood Princess. Beast rushes to her aid, after hearing from Steel about how the Blood Princess brainwashes her patients to act like infants. They discover Desumi dressed as a baby and are captured while attempting to rescue her. When Fudo sneaks into the school, he finds Desumi in this state. Feeling embarrassed, he reads his book to her, which helps her return to her normal self. He tearfully shares that no one attended his book signing event, so Desumi eagerly accepts his first autograph. Meanwhile, Blood continues to hold Beast and Steel captive, treating them as infants as well. Fudo informs Desumi that he has been cast in a wedding commercial, which includes a cake-cutting scene with a well-known idol. When she protests, saying he shouldn't take the job, he accuses her of being selfish. After she leaves, Arisugawa helps Fudo realize the emotional distress Desumi is experiencing. Meanwhile, Bossler reveals the Ultimate Phantom, a monster created from negative energy. The Phantom proves to be extremely powerful, as it absorbs the abilities of those it consumes. After it escapes, the Phantom attacks the commercial shoot. While Fudo manages to get everyone to safety, a cake he had prepared for Desumi is destroyed in the chaos. The rest of the Gelato 5, along with Beast and Steel, attempt to confront the Phantom, but are unsuccessful. Big Gelato informs Fudo that the only way to defeat the Phantom is by combining the Gelato 5's weapons into a single sword, the Gelato Claymore. When Desumi arrives, she discovers Fudo's ruined cake and assists him in wielding the Claymore. Together, they manage to defeat the Phantom. After the battle, the Phantom is transformed into a baby. To maintain their cover during an interview, Desumi pretends to attack Fudo again, promising that they will meet once more. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.